Yes, so when we talk about limiting beliefs, one of the finest point shared by Amanda is that our perception create these limiting beliefs. So whenever you are having that experience, based on your perception, based on what you see, based on what you feel, right? This create a belief in yourself. Sometimes it is not limiting, sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. Now, when we call it as a limiting belief, those beliefs which holds you back, let's say you want to try something, that belief which says in your mind that you are not good with this and this is required in this area, that's where the limiting beliefs, the belief actually plays a part. And that's where the belief is termed as a limiting belief or a limited belief. Now, definitely, as your perception has created this, so definitely an experience. It is behind your limiting belief, right? An experience. Maybe it is positive, maybe it is some kind of negative. But we term it, somehow we term it, and we term it with people like me, myself, or someone close to me, or someone, that person. We create these beliefs along the journey of your life. We create these beliefs that that person is like this, that person is like this. We judge people by observation, we judge situations by observation. We don't know what incident, what was the pre-incident that occurred it, but whatever you are seeing, that creates a belief in your mind. Now when what happens is, when it is near to you, when it is happening, maybe not close to your family but around you or in the surroundings, what happens is it creates a deep impact in your mind. And going forward, that deep impact creates or maybe alters your reality going forward. So you won't be choosing an option where the risk is involved. You won't be going that way where that risk is involved. You won't be mixing with the persons where any risk is involved. So, in a way or another, you are limiting yourself with everything in your life on one limited belief. That is very scary. Sometimes we have very limiting beliefs that I am not good enough in everything. I have done nothing in my life. Well, the owner of KFC, as you know, he turned to be billionaire at the age of 67. So you don't know what you can do actually going forward in your life, right? So, but again, you judge yourself, you term yourself based on your previous experiences, you term yourself. But if you really focus on those previous experiences, that time also that thought came in. If that was not the first experience, if it was the second or the third or the fourth, you definitely would have generated that thought based on the first experience. We sometimes we cannot let go, right? It creates a, a system in our mind that going forward, whenever you will be hitting that those zones again and again, before you hit actually that zone, someone in your mind will tell you that don't go there, don't go there, don't take the risk, don't take the risk, you are going to fall, you are going to fall. And you never take the risk, and you are never going to fly. You'd have fallen, but there were chances, even 1%, that you could have, right, taken that upper step, going to that level 2. But you didn't took those stairs just to save yourself. So the thing is, based on your first experience, whatever you feel, it is not creating a reality going forward, but your thinking, your thoughts are. Okay, so apart from only discussing the limiting belief, we are going to discuss 4 steps to your successful journey. Okay, and these 4 steps were introduced by the founder of Jose Silva himself. When he structured this mind control meditation, Silva method, he structured the Silva method in such a way that if you follow these 4 steps, success will be inevitable to you. Now, it is not always concentrating on your limiting beliefs, but rather replacing those limiting beliefs going forward. That should be your goal. Because if you focus on the limiting belief, where did I get from the limiting belief from? When did it happen? And you dwell on the past. It usually happens. We dwell on the past and then we decide on the future. We forgot the present. We actually forget the present, what we are doing now. We are actually wasting time remembering about the past and thinking about the future. So you have to act now based on your mind's ideas and your actions. We'll be discussing more. That's why I said that we will not be only discussing the limiting beliefs, but the aspects around it. And that has been truly explained, wholly explained through these 4 steps of success. Okay, let me share the screen. Now, the thing is, what I wanted to tell you was that everything you knew about reality was a lie. If we talk about every visionary, every leader, every successful man, they understood way earlier that our thoughts actually creates our reality going forward. They failed numerous times. But the only difference between them and us is that they never stopped. They never stopped showing themselves in the field. They never stopped showing themselves in the theater. Everywhere you see, they have failed miserably, miserably. Like you can't imagine how miserably they failed, but yet they were champions. And because the only reason that they followed was that your thoughts creates your reality. Whatever is happening now, it doesn't matter. Your thoughts, your feelings about what you want at the end, that actually matters. And as much as you put on the emotions in it, the feelings inside of it, it becomes a reality in a much faster process. So it's just like taking the first step, then the second step will be much easier, third will be smooth, fourth will be butter smooth, fifth you do not know when you take in that, 6 7 will be just a normal routine of achieving goals. It's just like that. They didn't actually look back how much they achieved, they just went on achieving, because that was their thoughts. Even if whatever was going on in their life, you see, we talk about Michael Jordan, we talk about Muhammad Ali, we talk about Albert Einstein, they failed miserably. Thomas Edison, everyone failed miserably because they tried different way. Someone asked Thomas Edison that you failed 10,000 times, didn't it scared you like after 5,000, 6,000 times? Thomas Edison replied that I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just learned how not to light a bulb in 10,000 ways. That is a way of understanding life itself. So that is what we are unaware of. We are going into the race of our lives, like earning money, earning statuses, earning that flat, earning that car, that status quo, whatever we are going for. That is not actually making us happy, because once we achieve it, once the desire is done, you feel like it's not enough. It's not there. You feel like someone feel like if I go to the church, if I go to the temple, I'll find peace. But you do not. You might feel some peace there, but when you come back home, the same story again. So, what the God is telling you, what the Creator is telling you, that you have to change where that problem arised. Because if you don't change it, it's going to come back. So, in the case of limiting belief, also, you have to replace that. And you have to replace that where? In your subconscious mind, because that deep impact, that longer memory, science is saying that hippocampus is a part of your brain which transfers the shorter memory to longer memory. When that incident happened, when that experience took place, that memory, that information was transferred from the shorter to the longer one. So if you want to change the information there, you have to go to the longer one, not the shorter one. Shorter is like once done, the day is over or 2 days is over, it's flushed out. It goes to the whatever is required, it goes to the longer memory. We are talking about the brain chemistry here. Okay, so once you learn that, you understand that, then the reality is going to change. So it is not absolutely magic. We say these are talented, these are like born geniuses. They were not. They moved every inch of the block whenever it's required, wherever it's required. They were miserably failure before their success. But they proved that with the mental strength, success can be achieved. And it is science. If you follow that science, if you believe that science, if you work on that science, take actions on that science, it's going to happen to you also. Okay, let's go forward. Now, as I'm telling you that you have to go to your subconscious, or you have to go to your um the deepest level of mind where that change will happen. And once the change is has happened, you have to visualize going forward, that only. But it's not about only visualizing, it's all about going into that altered state of mind and programming yourself. So your mind actually works best when it knows when to access different brainwave states. Brainwave states means our brain, our mind vibrates at different frequencies. We call it the brainwave states. So right now, as we are talking, maybe you are listening to me, right? You are looking into something. So you are using your eyes, you are using your ears, right? Maybe you are having something to eat. You are using your taste. So you are using your five senses. But this happens when you are at one frequency that is called the beta frequency. Right now we are at that level of the mind, the beta frequency, where you have these five senses. Okay? Now, if we go deeper, if we go a little bit deeper, then comes the alpha level. The alpha level is called the center, where you are connected with your subconscious, but you are still awake, still aware of whatever the things are happening around you. Now, what is alpha level? When you are at your bed at the morning time, at the very on morning time, you are at your bed, you are sleeping, okay, but not actually sleeping. You can hear the bells, you can hear someone, driving the car or the bike. Something is going around, but still you are at your bed, feeling wonderful, not, having the urge to wake up, still be on the bed, still like be on the bed for another 15-20 minutes. That's the alpha level. You cannot think negative there. It's all positive there. You're feeling absolutely wonderful. Maybe if you had a bad sleep, then definitely it's not going to possible. But if you have a good sleep, then definitely when at the morning we feel that, right? The first 15-20 minutes when we open our eyes, that's feeling lovely. Let's be on the bed for another 10-15 minutes, and then we will wake up. Those 10-15 minutes when your eyes are closed, but still you can hear everything, but still you are feeling calm, relaxed, refreshed. That is the alpha level of mind. I'll be coming to your questions. No worries, okay? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Silva method starts with better sleep. Silva method starts with limiting beliefs. Silva method starts with relaxation. Okay, these are the exercise which are the core values of Silva method. Very core. Like in the first day, within the first 2 hours, we'll be learning these techniques. How to relax deeper, how to be at the alpha level, how to stay there at the alpha level of mind. Okay. Absolutely. We are going to replace that internal dialogue that distracts her. So now, going forward, I'll be clearly mentioning how we are going to follow that. We are in Silva method. That is the power of actually what Jose Silva founded. He structured the whole Silva method in such a way that it will make you learn first how to relax yourself, how to get there at the alpha level. Once you get there and you learn to stay there with the long relax and then the other techniques, then the programming starts happening. When you change your limiting beliefs to a positive belief, and then you start seeing the changes around going forward. Okay, I'll be going more there. Now, let's coming back to the frequencies. That is the alpha level. Now, what goes deeper behind the alpha level is the theta level of mind. When you are deep sleep, but you are not unconscious, you are deep sleep. Like after a tiring day, when you sleep and you sleep within an like second, after that, when you cannot think anything, you are at the theta level. That is your deeper subconscious. Deeper subconscious. Okay, that is when the healing of your body starts happening. Your biological intelligence level starts growing. Okay, you don't feel any pain. That's why even if mosquitoes or anything bites you, you don't feel it. At the morning, maybe a rash that happened in theta, you don't feel any pain. And behind theta, that is the delta level of mind. Delta level is the deepest level of your mind where you are unconscious, absolutely unconscious. You, if you have experienced, and I know everyone have experienced that, you suddenly wake up from a dream feeling that what I have spilled the water in my cloth or in my anywhere. That is, maybe you are at delta having that sleep. You are absolutely unconscious about that you are sleeping. Maybe you are having a dream where you are having a glass of water or a sip of water that fell. You felt that you got wet. You suddenly wake up from here. Your mind was at another dimension, your body was at another dimension. They were not related. You didn't know you were sleeping. You thought actually maybe you fell down, and sometimes we wake up, isn't it? So it happens to you. Okay, and that happens, and even science has been saying, and it is proved also through the EEG machine, the electroencephalograph, that when babies, when they are in the mother's womb, they are their brain, their mind vibrates. Actually, their brain vibrates at the delta level. They have actually, through the EEG machine, they have calculated the frequency, and they have documented it that it is the delta level of mind, very deeper. And whenever they take the birth, the first breath, when they take, they come to the theta level. That's why in the first 15 days, babies sleep so much. Sometimes they open their eyes, see their mother, smile a little bit, and go to sleep. Feeding and go to sleep. Feeding and go to sleep. Yeah. Slowly going forward, they open their eyes. And even if they open their eyes, they don't understand like something, anything. Mostly their mother only. That's it. The face of the mother. That's it. Some kind of blurry image. Slowly within 2 3 months, they start seeing it. Until the age of 7, it is being said that kids actually vibrates at alpha, theta, and the the delta. They don't go to zero. Once we take birth, we reach at until the one, like the frequency cycles. If you speak of like the CPS cycles per second, we reach until level 1. That is the delta level, not zero actually. Okay, 4 to 1, and the rest is like 7 to 4, and 14 to 7, and then 14 to 21. So right now maybe we are vibrating at 17, 18, 19. These are the frequency hertz of what your mind is vibrating at. Okay, now beyond all these, there is another frequency called the gamma level, where I have written disaster happens. You know what happens at the gamma level? When you cry, when you can't control your emotions, when you are too much in anger, like trying to beat somebody, or maybe you are throwing loud words, bombshelling over someone. That is when you are at the gamma level. And now science is catching up with the fact that only 3 seconds of anger can disrupt your whole hormonal level in the next 24 hours. Can you imagine that? Just 3 seconds of anger. And we keep ourselves angry for more than maybe 24 hours, 48 hours, 3 4 days, like that. It damages our body physically. Physically, I'm not saying only mentally, but physically also. So what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to travel in these altered states of mind consciously. We do that every single day. Whenever we go to sleep, we travel from beta to alpha, then to theta, then we stay there at the delta level when that sleep, when the dream happens. And for the first few cycles of the sleep, you will notice that you are going to the deeper sleep. When as soon as the morning is coming, like at the 4 5 a.m., you are having light sleep, because you are traveling only between alpha and theta, not delta. Delta is only after you sleep, and it happens mostly at the first few cycles. But you know what happens when we don't sleep properly, like not at time, or maybe not like 7 8 hours? What happens? It damages your body consistently, and it gives you mental disorders going forward, because you don't travel to delta actually. You keep yourself between alpha and theta. You know why this happens? Because you go to sleep with worries, thinking of those bills, those responsibilities that you have to take care of, your job, your health, whatever it is. You think of all these things before going to sleep, all the problems, all the worries around your life, and you go to sleep. And then what happens? You don't know it, but your subconscious is circled with the problems, and then it doesn't start solving the problems. It starts accumulating more and more problems based on those problems. And that's why it keeps on happening on the loop. Like we say that it keeps happening on the loop. This is where you have to make the change. Okay, we'll be understanding more from it. Yes, absolutely, you will get the recording. Yes, Derek, 3 seconds, absolutely 3 seconds. And that's why sometimes uh, we feel fatigued when we are angry, and then after like maybe few hours or few days, when you get together again, you feel fatigued that, hey, let's go on, let's go to a vacation, and all of these things. Why this happens? You want to reset your mind with the fight and everything. And when you go to a vacation or a place or a night out or a dinner, then you reset your mind, right? But this is, you are depending on external factors to reset your mind. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Every day it doesn't happen. So you have to be vibrating at such a frequency that going forward, your life will not create problems. Rather than, it will have a purpose to solve problems, not only yours, but whatever is happening around. Okay. Now, going later. So first thing, understand that we don't have to go to, or we never ever go to the gamma level. It's going to affect your life. Absolutely, it's going to affect your life, your health, your mental state. So aware state of mind, very good, and altered states of mind, very, very required. Now, understanding those things. Now, these are the 9 core values of the Silva method that you just have to keep on your system, actually on your mind, that these are not only the core values, but these are the actually um the the ethics that you, if you follow throughout your journey, you you will start manifesting things easier. Your life will be easier, smoother. Problems will be less on your life, yes, but you will see many many problems, because you will be stronger, you will be powerful. That's what make the difference. So if anyone is thinking that I am here so that my responsibilities can, shed off, I can be relaxed, only enjoying my life, then beware. Your mind, if you are asking for abundance, it will give you abundance, like from everywhere, not only from your that specific area. Let's say you want to achieve financial abundance, and you start manifesting money, and you start saying that, give me money, give me money, and give me money. Then what happens is, your mind will give you opportunities, and you will be like, where is the money? You won't understand what your subconscious is giving you. Opportunities, you can make millions of dollars from there. Okay, sometimes we cling to that objective thing, so we have to understand those things. So if someone is here just to make sure that he can be relieved from their responsibilities, no, you are here to make yourself stronger. Going forward, you will be handling more responsibilities with a smile, with a force, with a power. So, if you are willing to do that, absolutely follow these nine core values. So, first, no failure, only feedback. The Thomas Edison idea that there is no failure. I'm only learning to be a better human being. If some experience is bad, I will learn from that experience and I will make it better the next time. That's where successful people make the change. They don't let it happen again and again. They change it. They change it until they make it the best and how they want it. That is the only difference between the successful people and the unsuccessful people. Okay. Now, second core value is what you think, you bring about. That is your thoughts. That is your thoughts creates your reality. Going forward, whatever you're thinking, your approach towards life, that creates the opportunities, that hides the opportunities. Understand the point. So your thoughts, your thinking process will actually either make the opportunities or break it. So whatever is happening around you, it doesn't or it shouldn't, let your thoughts change, your vision, your goal change. Your goal should be absolutely on the pinpoint. Okay. And you have to think about that only that, nothing else, whatever is going around. The power of your desire, that's where the comes in, that how badly you want your goal. If is it like, I just want it, if it is what not required in my life, or is it absolutely necessary? No second doubt, and you are not compromising anything for it. If that is the vibration, you're going to get it. We don't say it that that boy is having an attitude of done there, gone there, dusted that, just like that. So if you have a burning desire, you have a fire in your desire, do you know it, it makes you emotional. Whenever you think about your desire, it makes you emotional. Then you have a fire in your desire. Now, even if you have a fire in your desire, you have to have a belief. Okay, we'll go a deeper here. There comes the limiting belief. Now, what is a belief? It is the action that you take on the desire. You want to become a millionaire, still sleeping like 9 a.m. in the morning, not going to the physical exercises, just thinking of in Google, seeing Chat GPT, just how to be a millionaire, start a podcast, or a channel, and then nothing. And you say that it's going to be nothing. I'm good enough. I'm not good enough. That's where all the fourth point comes in, the belief system. That based on your actions, based on the experience, the feedback, you tell yourself that this is it and this is not. And based on that, you take another action. So if it is a negative experience, you restrict yourself. You don't try the second time or the third time or the fourth time or 10,000 times until invented. So the fourth point is, whenever you take actions on the desire, on whatever you are trying to be, if you take actions, you are going to have strong belief. Fifth point is, expect the better or the best. Sometimes, even if we have a fire, even if we are working for it, we say that whatever you do or whatever I do, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be, I'm going to be unsuccessful. It happened many times. Like last time also, I tried. This is a limiting belief into action. This is not a limiting belief just he had, but into action, that he's not expecting anything, not the better or the best. So, even if he had a belief system, even if he had a burning desire, things will not change for him because he doesn't expect at all. So, his subconscious understand that this person doesn't need it actually. He doesn't expect it. So let's not give it. He doesn't expect it. So this is where the expectation comes in. Now, sixth point, taking action is the key to mastery. Whatever you do, whatever the ideas you are having, we sometimes have ideas while in the shower. Do you know why it happens? Anyone? Like we are in the shower and sometimes ideas comes. How did you know that you are at the alpha wave zone in that at that time? Relaxing, wonderful, Derek. Relaxing, wonderful. When we are relaxed, amazing, amazing, Nichols. When we are relaxed, we automatically hit the alpha level of mind. We automatically, that's why every day we don't get ideas. Wonderful, wonderful, absolutely. We are completely relaxed. That's the correct answer. Thank you, everyone. So, when we are actually relaxed, sometimes we have the ideas, not every day. Not every day. Sometimes we have the ideas. When we were taking that wonderful bath, we are deeply relaxed. That shower is feels wonderful today. That time, if you are thinking about something, ideas will start generating. But what happens is when you come back from the shower, start talking to somebody, you are at the aware, beta level of mind, you forget the ideas. Do you write all the ideas whenever it comes in? No, right? Sometimes you feel that, what was that idea? I was not getting it. You will not get it. You got it at a different frequency. You have to go there to get it. Silva method tells you how to get there daily, like whenever you want, with just like this. Okay? And that's why it is being said that follow the formula. Whatever we are teaching, whatever we are, and in the whole course of graduation, we tell everyone that how we are teaching and how we are telling you to practice. If you follow the practice, you will get definite results. Definite results. Okay, so you have to follow the formula. You cannot jump into the advanced levels right now. You have to do the basic ones. Once you are attuned, your mind will guide you how to go there. You don't have to be dependent on anybody. Okay, and that's what we do in the graduation course as well, that we empower you. Not only we teach you, but we empower you. After the class, you will be well aware of what needs to be followed in the next month or so. You have to repeat the class. Remember, you have to repeat the class because every repeat is free of cost. No money, just one time investment. But the thing is, you have to repeat if you have to master all the techniques. Okay, you have to if you want to master all the silver techniques, then you have to repeat at least 2 3 times. After that you will know that how to go into that altered states. You will solve problems even after like day 2 and 3. You will start solving problems in your life. If someone has sleep problems, if someone has problems with waking up, if someone has health problems, it can be absolutely altered in just 3 days of the silver life system if you follow the formula. That is very, very required here. Okay. Now, meditation. If we are talking about meditation here, meditation is actually a myth. It's a marketing gimmick, meditation. Going to your altered states is natural. It is natural. You go there every single day when you go to sleep, you go there. So, why not meditation? We call it meditation when we sleep because we sleep. It is not meditation. So why we term it as a meditation? We tell ourselves that we have to go meditate there. No, we don't have to go meditate there. Right now, opening your eyes, you can travel to the altered states with the three fingers technique. That's one of the technique of Silva method. And what you will feel at the alpha level, you are relaxed, you are happy, you are confident. That is the feeling that you are going to have. You feel wonderful. You don't feel agitated, irritated, anything. Problem is coming, let them come, I'll solve. That's the attitude you are going to have. That is the alpha level. And that is live. You don't have to go somewhere to meditate. Maybe if you want, you just close your eyes and you are going to bring back that confidence, that relaxation, that feeling, healthy feeling, happy feeling, grateful feeling, whatever you want, through just a quick, you know, deep breath. And that's it. You are at your level. You are at that frequency vibrating. That is why I tell that do not term it as meditation. You are not going to go to a secluded place, spend for 30, 40 minutes there. No, 5 to 15 minutes of your time. 15 minutes is way longer for the first practice. 5 to 10 minutes is easy, absolutely easy. If you are practicing, then definitely you are going to see changes in your life happening, and not only your life, but surrounding you as well. Okay, because you are not only changing your life but surrounding you, and when you do that, automatically your life starts to change. And that is why the 10th point is that be grateful of what you have. We sometimes do not admit that we have a wonderful life. Maybe there are some problems. Everyone has problems, my friends, right? Everyone has problems. Maybe parental problems, maybe, marital problems, maybe, um, you know uh, old age problems with the parents, many different type of problems, office problems, business problems, job problems. Problems are everywhere, my friend. If you are living a life, understand that you will encounter these. Now if you term them as problems, it will create a impact in your subconscious mind going forward, that these are problems and that means that these are going to affect my life. But just think of this approach like this, that these are projects and I'll solve these projects. I'll take up these projects one by one and I'll solve these projects. This will be under my bag to feel myself that I can handle every single thing. That is the feeling, that is the approach you should be having. But for that, you need to first accept that whatever I am having right now, if you are in a Zoom, using your phone, your laptop, using the internet, then you are an advanced person, right? You are a tech savvy person. You are already blessed. People are trying to get food for just one times a day. There are people there. So you are already blessed. So be grateful for what you have. Now, what you want to achieve, go for it. But first, have the feeling of what you have, be grateful, because that makes you, you know, down to earth. If you are not down to earth, if you are not grateful, that you will not be vibrating at the alpha level. You will end up in the gamma level going forward. You will have that audacity inside of you that I have built the empire. I have done it. Those are my workers, my labors. That kind of feeling will be inside. And you are not going to make history. Maybe some people will know you, but you are not going to make history. If you want to make better things, best for yourself, you have to give your efforts in such a way, in a more meaningful way, intelligent way, that you feel that yes, I was born human and not a mediocre animal in this planet, but a human being, an intelligent human being. Okay, so if you are following these 9 core values, the 10th one I have added, the 9 core values, and the 10th one, just sometimes feel that I am grateful, I'm blessed with whatever I have, I am blessed with it, and now I am going for these things to have. That's absolutely fine. Then going forward, success will be very easy for you, because your target will be to be a better version of yourself every single time. You won't feel that you are a failure. No, I'm learning to be a better person. Getting my point? Huge difference in thinking, huge difference in approach. Okay. Now, as I was telling you, that you have to understand these 4-step process if you are going to be successful. First, you have to master your stress. Whatever stress you are having, those things, okay, that makes you stressful. And do you know what makes you stressful? Your thoughts, not the situations, but your thoughts. Alone, your thoughts can rise up your cortisol levels to the maximum. Alone, thoughts alone. And this has been proved already. Already, it has been proved that just using someone's thought, even death can happen. If you have seen it or heard about it, just go to Google and search about it. The snake biting experience, the mind. using their mind, and you will understand what has happened. The person thought snake has actually bitten, just thought it wasn't in reality. But his body generated the same chemicals which would have been released if a snake bite was happening. And he suffered a cardiac arrest. That's what happens with your thoughts. It's not just only your thoughts, but it can alter your biology going forward. When stress happens, your biology changes, isn't it? So, the step 1 and 2 is very interlinked. Your thoughts can shape your reality, either can make you a very stressful person, or it can make you a successful, jolly, happy person. Okay, the step 3 is breaking free from the limiting beliefs. So, that is something a little bit far ahead. So, if you are having a limiting belief, maybe you have to work on your thoughts going forward. Those thoughts are actually causing the stress. Those thoughts are bringing the limiting beliefs to your life. Once you understand all these three things and then start using your mind, then you will unlock your full potential. That's where the game will change going forward. Okay, coming to your few of the question. Oh, is it? Wow, that's amazing, Pavel. That's amazing. That's amazing. I carry pocket journals and write in them many times a day. Well, your mind can be used. It is, sometimes we feel that I have to give full efforts, lot of efforts, but it is not like always giving efforts. But, you know, absolutely, absolutely. This is a wonderful story. Absolutely. So sometimes, your thoughts actually can alter the whole reality around you. I'll tell you in some examples. Let's say a mother going to school with her kid, and after dropping him to the school or her to the school, the mother come back to her office to work, and the thoughts circling around her. What if my kids fell down? Is there anyone to take care of? What if they have a requirement which cannot be met? The same mother is actually going through these thoughts, always going through these thoughts. And in a way or another, she will start not trusting anybody. That level of distrust will come to her. And when someone says that maybe your daughter, maybe your kid, your child, your son is absolutely fine, they don't believe it. They come to the school, leaving their job, leaving that place, leaving that important work. They come to the school just to see, visualize from their own eyes. They don't believe anyone. This happens to you, isn't it? This always happens, and it mostly happens with people who are usually pessimistic person, negative persons. Like, they always worry. And do you know, it's not a one time thing that happened, but it followed by one thought, a series of thoughts, then series of thoughts to feelings, then feelings started to convert it to attitude, the behavior, then it becomes a habit of always start worrying about everything going forward. And then what happens is you are termed as the most, or the worrisome person that always worries, that always think negative about everything, that has no hope in their life. It is not a one time process, but it happened with you going forward. Okay, let me stop the share. And okay, I write the thoughts down, no to remember them now, but so I can remember them later. Okay, now I'll be sharing a slide with you just a little later. First, let me give you a taste of the alpha level. Okay, how do we feel at the alpha level? How to be relaxed consciously? Until now, it was unconscious. Like you didn't thought of willingly, you didn't go to your alpha in the relaxed state of mind. But right now, today, you are going to learn that how to go to the relaxed state of mind, the alpha level. Now, what happens is when you consciously go to the alpha level, you relax yourself, automatically you start healing your body. That is the first step. Once you are at the relaxed state of mind, then you are ready for programming. That is when you can change those beliefs. And how you are going to change the beliefs? Through visualization, imagination. We are going to learn that in the limiting belief exercise that we are going to follow at the end of the class. So stay with me until the end of the class because the limiting belief exercise is going to happen at the end of this. But first, we have to understand what is the alpha level, what it feels like to be at the alpha level of mind. Is it like only relaxation, or is it like I'm just feeling like I'm going to sleep? Okay, let's check it out. Okay, now I want you to understand three things. One is that first we are going to physically relax our body, then number two, mentally relax our body, then number three, we are at the alpha level of mind. Now, remember at the childhood when someone told you that A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for dog, all these things, and you still remember it? They actually told you in your subconscious, maybe in your conscious mind, but you took it in your subconscious because it got repeated every time, every now and then. Through your childhood, it got repeated again and again, and it got deep imprinted in your subconscious. Today, you are going to learn how to relax your physical body, and not only that, you are going to associate your physical relaxation with a number, the number three. So, whenever you desire to get relaxed like this, that you are going to have, you just are going to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and like visually see the number three flashing with your eyes closed in front of yourself and bring in that feeling of relaxation going forward. And you will be relaxed. Okay, I will program that in your subconscious today. But to get the benefits, you have to use it. Okay, not by saying all the things, but by feeling it, but by recalling the feeling of relaxation. Okay, so I will tell you in the middle that remember this feeling. Remember this feeling of physical relaxation. And you have to remember that feeling, anchor it in. Okay, in Silva method, we have techniques how to anchor it with the three fingers and everything. But today, I do not have time to make you understand all of these things. Maybe in the next master class, or if you want to learn the Silva method as a whole, you can join in the next graduation course, which is going to start by 29th of Jan. If not, still, that's fine, absolutely. If you want some time, you can have it. Going forward, we will have every month we have twice the graduation course. So you can join in any point of the time, any point of the month you can join in, okay, whenever you are ready. But just for now, understand that the number three is going to get associated with physical relaxation. Then I will ask you to recall your past beautiful experience which makes you smile. So, for me, it's the birth of my son. He's 3 years old, but I still remember the first meeting with my son. As he took the birth, the nurse came in, and the first sentence, "You have got a baby boy. Look at him." I remember those moments, and whenever I remember those moments with my closed eyes, I get a smile at my face. That is mental relaxation, and that you are going to associate with number two. And then you are going to associate your alpha level with the number one. So, going forward, whenever you will be remembering three, two, one, you are actually recalling the alpha level, recalling the alpha frequencies in your mind. Okay. Hold on, everyone who has joined the meeting, hold on. You will get the recording in your email, in WhatsApp, everywhere. Do not feel worry about it. Do not worry, okay? We are going to have an experience of a quick technique of how to go into the alpha level of your mind, to change your brain frequency, to change your mind frequency, okay? To lower down your brain frequency, to feel relaxed with your conscious mind, okay? Now, thank you, Deepak. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Absolutely. We will send you the recordings. We will, absolutely. So now, just understand that we are going to associate these things, okay? Just feel relaxed. Whenever I will say anything to you, just follow the instructions. Okay? Relaxed. You don't have to remember anything. Just relax and follow the instructions going forward. Okay? So, I will ask you to sit in a chair. If you are lying on a bed, do not sit in a chair. Like this. Your hands on your lap like this. Your head straight, and then slowly you have to close your eyes. After closing your eyes, you have to start breathing from the belly, not from your chest, but from your belly. Okay? So start breathing, everyone, from your belly. Feel your belly and then exhale. Take a deep breath. Feel your belly. Exhale. Now take another deep breath. And while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize while your eyes are closed the number 3 few times in front of you, as if the number 3 is flashing in front of you. 3, 3, 3. Keep your breathing rhythmically from your belly. And now we will be entering the level 3. Level 3 is for physical relaxation, where you learn how to relax from your head to toes in a matter of seconds. So now, concentrate on your scalp, the skin that covers your forehead. You will find a fine vibration, a tingling sensation, a feeling of warmth caused by circulation. Now concentrate on your eyes and the tissues surrounding your eyes. You will find a fine vibration, a tingling sensation, and feeling of warmth caused by circulation. Relax your eyes. Drop any pressure. Drop all the tensions from your eyes and place your eyes in a deep state of relaxation that will continue to grow deeper and deeper. Now concentrate on your face, your nose, your lips, your cheeks, your jaws. Drop all the pressure, release all the tension, ligament pressure, and feel as if your jaw is dropping. Now concentrate on your throat. Feel all the glands, all the tissues. Imagine them working harmoniously and perfectly in a balanced way. Now concentrate on your neck. Relax your neck, and now concentrate on your shoulders, arms, and hands. Drop all the pressure, all the tension from your shoulders, arms, and hands. Feel the skin and the vibration of the skin at your shoulders, arms, and hands. Feel as if you are floating in a swimming pool. Your body feels lighter and you are going deeper and deeper. Now concentrate on your chest. Feel the clothing in contact with this part of your body. Feel the skin and the vibration of your skin on your chest. Imagine that all the tissues, all the cells are working perfectly fine. Now concentrate on your stomach. Relax your stomach. Now concentrate on your back. Feel that a gentle wave of relaxation is flowing all the end, all the way down to your spine. Relax your spine. And now concentrate on your abdomen. Relax your abdomen. Concentrate on your thighs, your hips. Relax your thighs, your hips. Take a deep breath, everyone. Take a slow deep breath. If you minutely concentrate, you can sense the vibration of your bones at your knees. Relax your knees. Feel that you are dropping every pressure, every tension from your knees and placing it in a deep state of relaxation, going deeper and deeper every time. Now concentrate on your calves. Relax your calves. Concentrate on your knees, your ankles, your feet, all the way down to your toes. You are now deeply relaxed in a very healthy state of being. Now, for a moment, concentrate on your eyes and the tissues surrounding your eyes and feel how relaxed your eyes are. And allow this feeling of relaxation to flow slowly downwards, like a gentle wave of relaxation all the way down to your toes. It is a wonderful feeling to be deeply relaxed like this, a very healthy state of being. You will continue to follow the instructions at this level of the mind. You will continue to listen to my voice. This is for your benefit. You desire it, and this is so. Now, everyone, take another deep breath, and while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize the number 2 few times. With your eyes closed, visualize the number 2 few times. 2, 2, 2. And you are now at level 2. Level 2 is for mental relaxation. Whenever you want to deepen your experience at level 2, remember to recall a happy moment from your life, which always brings a smile to your face, motivates you, inspires you to do better and much better, and always makes you happy. Visualize, remember a happy moment now, a happy moment which makes a smile, creates a smile, makes you feel absolutely happy without any doubt, as if you want to experience the moment once again with a pure heart. Recall everything from the moment, the sounds, the visuals, the feeling, the knowing that you can actually create the moment once again. And if it has already brought a smile in your face, this is mental level 2, to relax your mental level. And whenever you want to deepen your experience at level 2, remember to recall these moments from your life. Now take another deep breath, everyone. And while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize the number 1 3 times. 1, 1, 1. And you are now at level 1, the basic plane level that you can use, the alpha level, for any purpose you desire. To reach to this level, all you need is a sincere desire and quickly remembering, visualizing the number 3 3 times and relaxing your body as completely as you are now, and relaxing your mind as completely as you are now, and more so every time you practice, and you will be at your alpha level. And at this alpha level, let's do a countdown from 10 to 1 to deepen our experience. And as we count from 10 to 1, you will reach a deeper level of mind, deeper than before. 10, 9, feel going deeper. 8, 7, 6, deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3, deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You are now at a deeper, healthier level of mind, deeper than before. We will now affirm some beneficial statements for our success. Repeat these statements whenever you are at these levels of the mind. For now, I will spare you time to repeat these affirmations after me. My increasing mental faculties are for serving humanity better. Every day, in every way, I am getting better, better, and better. Positive thoughts bring me benefits and advantages I always desire. I have full control over all my sensing faculties at all levels of my mind, and I am maintaining a perfectly healthy body, mind, and immune system. Remember, every time you function at these levels of the mind, you get beneficial effects physically and mentally. Remember, you will also use these levels of the mind to help someone, to help anyone who needs help physically and mentally. You will always use these levels of the mind for all that is good, honest, pure, clean, and positive, and this is so. As you consider the whole of humanity depending on their ages as either mother or fathers, either brothers or sisters, either sons or daughters. And because you are a superior human being, you have a greater understanding, love, and patience with others. In a moment, I am going to count from 1 to 5, and with the count of 5, you will open your eyes. You will be wide awake, feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling better, always better than before. Eyesight, vision, hearing always improve whenever you function at these levels of the mind. At the count of 5, 1, 2, coming out slowly now. 3, at the count of 5, your eyes will be open, you will be wide awake, feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling better, always better than before. 4, 5, open your eyes, your beautiful eyes. Take a deep breath. You're feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling better, always better than before. So, guys, let me know if you actually felt asleep. If you have, that's correct. That's the actually the correct way to get into the alpha level, and you were actually hitting the alpha level because you may be feeling asleep. Anyone feeling asleep, feeling more relaxed? Oh, absolutely. Felt like I could have dropped in a few times. Absolutely. That is the feeling. That is the feeling of alpha. We are not trained ourselves. We haven't trained ourselves. That is the only difference here. Once we train ourselves, then the alpha level is just like this. You are going to get there with a snap because that's a feeling. You know it, how to get there. Do you think much while making a cup of coffee? No, you maybe are talking to somebody while making that cup of coffee, and your concentration is over the phone, but still you are making that cup of coffee buttery smooth without any hiccups. That is subconscious programming that happens when you are at alpha. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. You are a graduate, and I'm like, Silva method in a much deeper way. So definitely you will be not sleeping, but I'm talking about the people who might be experiencing Silva for the first time. They will be dozing off, right? Because we also felt the same thing when we experienced Silva method for the first time. Going to such a relaxation level, we fell asleep. And that is absolutely fine. Because if you fall asleep consciously like this, you start healing from in the inside. Things gonna get better going forward. Okay. That is absolutely thing. If you are not asleep, you are not feeling sleepy, relaxed also, that is the alpha level. And also you are feeling sleepy like dozing, you are also at the alpha level. Okay. So now we haven't. Yes, absolutely. Insomnia can be solved with just two techniques of Silva method, with just two techniques, and on the day one itself, on the graduation course. Okay, I'm not giving you an option. I'm telling you the exact formula of how to apply and how to get rid of this. And we have live testimonials of Krish. If you go to Facebook of Silva Method International, YouTube also we have The testimonial of Krish. He had insomnia. He was in the class. The next day, he was sharing that experience with me. That I have slept 5 hours, 4 hours, but I'm feeling much relaxed, much lighter, and absolutely feeling so bright in terms of health. I'm not feeling absolutely unhealthy at all, which I used to felt if I have like 5, 6 hours of sleep and not 7, 8 hours. It happened with him on just practicing day one itself. This changes happens whenever you know it, whenever you hit your subconscious, it start happening. And with a pure desire, that's why I told you, with a pure desire. If you don't have a desire, burning desire, if that makes you emotional, that you truly care about your sleep, and it's not about caring about your sleep only, but it is affecting your life, your surrounding, your family, so you care about them as well. That is when, your frequency changes, your vibration changes. Yeah, absolutely, Mary, absolutely. That's when you are at the subconscious, you are very close to your spiritual self. Okay, you are very close to your spiritual self. In Silva Method, we make you learn how to actually pass the message to the spiritual self. So we program ourselves at the alpha level, that what message to pass on when we connect at the delta level. Didn't I say that you are unconscious? You don't have the thought or the consciousness that you are inside your body. You are sleeping. Didn't I told you? Silva is also telling you that when you are at the delta level of mind, you are unconscious and you are actually opening the door to connect to your spiritual self. That is the line. And you can program yourself that before going there, you want to imagine, you want to vividly imagine. You see, if you notice that if you go to dreams, if you just see dreams, mostly the dreams are visuals, not like what we have in the beta level of mind, not like that, but maybe blurry images, like flashbacks, like I was here, in a flash I was there, in a flash I was there, isn't it? Why it happens? It is not the same level, not the same frequency. Okay, visualization is always not, and mostly it is not like the Vita level. Mostly 95% of it, it will be blurry. It will not be like so clear. But the feeling inside, it is 100% pure. The feeling of I am having the water and that spilled out, it was 100% pure. That much pure that it woke you up deep from the deep level to awakened level. That what I was having. Did I get wet? That feeling, we teach you how to get that in Silva method. Some I mean, some methods will tell you you have to visualize this, you have to visualize that, you have to manifest this, you have to visualize like that, you have to create presentation like that. Nothing will work if you don't have a feeling for it. I'm guaranteeing you, if you want me to write on a paper, I can write on a paper with a signature that it's not going to happen to you if you do not have a feeling for it. If you do have a feeling for it, that's why I asked you that if you have a desire, does it makes you emotional? Does it not let you sleep at night? Is it like that? Then if you work for it, if you work mentally and physically, whatever is needed, you're going to achieve that. If you are peacefully sleeping with it, thinking that even if it's not happening at my life, I'm feeling okay, it's not going to happen in your life. You have to create that urgency. That's why when we have a flight at 5 a.m., we wake up at 4 or 3 or 2:30 to reach that flight. Why? Because we create that emergency. But every day does it happen? No, because creating emergency is not the best way to cultivate your mind's power. The best way to cultivate your mind's power is through programming. Okay, can you repeat how you relax after flashing number one during the alpha state exercise? Once you are at number one, you can deepen your experience with just 10 to 1 countdown. Slow countdown of 10 to 1s or 25 to 1 or 50 to 1. As much as you stay there at level 1, you are at the alpha level of mind. as much as you can stay there. So you can do the countdown. We did the countdown from 10 to 1. You can do the countdown from even 50 to 1. Okay, but going after in the alpha level, it is beneficial to start programming. Okay, so the first programming, the first technique of Silva method, the limiting belief, actually, one of the first is going to be taught at the very end of the class. That will be programmed at your subconscious. But going forward, you have to use it. But this, what I told you, that this is not only the thing to understand or to practice. There will be much more things to follow up with. Okay, and based on everything, you will structure something for your cause. That's what the difference between dynamic meditation and passive, the difference between active and passive meditation, that you can form, your mind can form what is needed to solve this situation. Not that I have to follow this what Sam has told me, no, but my mind will make a way through it. But you have to know the information that needs to be there. Just like you know the answer to this question, and now you can actually structure it how you want to write it. You want to write a paragraph, then some bullet points, then a paragraph, then some bullet points, maybe a picture, like that you can. But for that you need to have a knowledge of everything. That is why it is very much required to practice, because mind control is not an easy thing. It will never work if you do not repeat it. Repetition is the key to mind control. Remember it, understand it, write it down. If you cannot repeat it, it will not work for you. Okay. Now remember, I told you about your thoughts. What your thoughts can do? Just a quick glance. Just a quick glance. Every moment our mind is creating thoughts. That one thought creates series of feelings. What will happen now? What will happen now? What my family will tell me, what my friends will tell me. All of these sub thoughts starts creating at your mind due to just one thought. It started with one thought, and then it came along all of the thoughts, subordinate thoughts. Then it created a series of feelings inside of yours. Feeling of fear, unknown, fear of unknown. What will happen? And you get afraid, you get stress, you get anxiety, right? Then it creates an attitude. Okay, this arrow needs to be here in this direction towards an action and behavior. Then your attitude. And what is an attitude? That whenever someone comes in, maybe you were in your zone and someone comes in asking for help, and you shout at them that I'm busy right now, I can't help you. That is an attitude. That is an attitude of negativity. Then it starts building your actions, your behavior. You start feeling irritated, agitated. Everyone comes at you, whoever you are talking to, you are just bomb blasting them with your words. It starts changing your actions, behavior. And remember, I told you that whenever it starts happening again and again and again, it becomes a habit. And that is the extreme point of changing your personality, because once it becomes a habit is absolutely a subconscious. It is not your conscious mind. We think we consciously do it. No, that is your subconsciously. You are actually doing your habit subconsciously. It is deep imprinted in your mind. You do not know it, but it is deep imprinted in your mind that you are doing it subconsciously. You are doing it. That is came it with just one thought, and your whole attitude, your approach, the way you look life, and the way others look at you changes. And it just started with one thought. We get more distractions, right? Like we start new year resolutions, we start vision boards, we start working on the schedules, the everything, but everything falls apart. Why? Because of thoughts, because of not having that clarity. That is the problem. Motivation, inspiration will not work for the longer process. The thought process is the longer process. So if someone tells you that you can actually cut down your negative thoughts, only positive thoughts will come to your mind, it will never happen. Don't believe in the myths. It will never happen. Thoughts will come to you, negative, positive, they will come to you. Just like those electrons, protons, they are there. So thoughts will come to you, negative, positive. It's your thinking, it's your will to think on that thought that makes the process easier or difficult for you going further. So Silva tells you how to control your thoughts. Not actually the thoughts, but the thinking about it. If you start controlling your thinking about it, just imagine that you are seeing a highway. You're seeing a highway, right? Highway from a distance. You are seeing all the cars, the trucks, all the other vehicles passing by. And in the mid of this, you see a red colored Ferrari passing by. Zoom. And it caught your attention. And you see that. Wow, that's a Ferrari. Wow, that guy is having a blast, isn't it? So that's your mind caught an eye. But are there any other vehicles apart from the Ferrari? Numerous, hundreds. Did you watch them? Yes. But did you actually thought about them? No. You thought about the Ferrari, right? So your mind has to be in that state of mind. Your mind is to be has to be in that state where you will be receiving the thoughts. If something negative comes to you, side on. Positive. Okay, fine. Let's do some work here. Negative, side on. Now, how to side on the process? That takes practice. I will teach you here in this class at the last, but it takes time going forward. Okay, understand these things. That is why Jose Silva, the founder of Silva Method, has told us that if you want to learn mind control, learn from the instructors because they know how to program it your subconscious, and then you have to practice it going forward. And whenever you have any question, immediately reach out to them. If you are reaching out to them, maybe texting them, asking for some clarity, and that thing gets cleared, then your journey is going to get easier. That's what you do not get in recorded sessions or from the YouTube. You learn something, you start practicing it, then you get feedbacks. Maybe you are not relaxed, maybe your thoughts are wandering somewhere, and then you want to ask questions. Who will you ask? You don't have anybody. That is the difference between, searching everywhere about the solution or searching where it is designated. Silva method is solely for mind control. And we, the instructors here, are only to help you not to learn the Silva method, but also to implement Silva method in your life. So going forward after the graduation class, we will not only make you a Silva graduate, you will not only receive a certificate, an ID card, internationally valid ID card, and a manual. It's just a physical thing, but support from us. Every now and then, maybe once in a week, twice in a week, we can get on a call. You can tell me that Sam, I'm having this problem. What are the techniques should I use? Shall I use the mirror of the mind? Then I might tell you that in your case, three scene might be the thing that you want to use because three scene gives immediate response rather than mirror of the mind, which is a long-term goal planning. Getting my point? All of these things happens in the live in the BLS program and also after that when we connect personally. Okay, but yes, the thing is, if you are struggling with a health issue, a health ailment, then relaxation can be practiced or should be practiced daily and three times a day. It is very wonderful to practice three times a day. But in Silva method, we tell that um, practicing the relaxation technique, actually the long relax exercise, is better to practice once at the afternoon, evening time. Better to program yourself at the morning, at the night before going to sleep, before to it is better to program yourself for the positive outcomes. Okay, now going forward, as I was telling you that we are mostly using our conscious mind, not the subconscious mind. The kid who is at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7, their visualization imagination is superb, absolutely superb. They can imagine anything, they can visualize anything because they are using more of their subconscious, their right brain. They are not analyzing something logically. They don't have willpower, motivation. They don't understand these things. They only understand happiness, joy, friends, unity. As many as friends you can bring on, they will enjoy more and more. And in the subconscious, it is not only like this, but your habits, your emotions, your beliefs, your visualization, imagination, everything is being controlled by your subconscious. So, subconscious holds 95% of your power, but your focus, everyone actually, most of us focus on the conscious mind. Whenever we receive something, we start analyzing it. Why did we receive? From whom did we receive? What was the intention? Like, that was an example. But we start over analyzing. Okay, over analyze will definitely make you paralyze. So you have to use your subconscious to analyze. And when you analyze using your subconscious, you will see that the ideas are coming to you are prolific, like mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. It will, start changing your belief system, your desire, your expectancy. But you have to do that in your subconscious. For that, you need to program yourself, understand the power of programming. Silva method tells you that Silva method's power comes after relaxation. Passive meditation tells you to relax. But what's after it? Silva method tells you that that is the action actually starts here. The first step is the relaxation. Then programming. Programming like changing the softwares in your mind, like updating Google in your laptop, your mobile, your softwares, whatever you need to run to accomplish your objectives. Just like that, you will be installing those things. You will be programming yourself to receive those things. You know what? People like Jim Carrey and recently one YouTuber from India, Raj Shamani, if you have heard his name, they have, and even other celebrities also, they have, admitted that they have written something on a piece of paper, they have put it in their pocket, and maybe 10-15 years later, that impossible thing, they achieved it smoothly without work, like putting in so much effort or something like that. That was smooth, like they were putting that effort, but they didn't have to struggle for it at that point of time. It came on smoothly without knowing. Okay, so why it happens? Because you start telling your subconscious is that is my goal, that is my ultimate goal. Whatever is happening around, I don't care. Let it happen, it's fine. But that is my fine goal. That is what I feel, that is what I believe, that is what I visualize, that is what I imagine. That's what doesn't makes me, it always makes me emotional. It doesn't let me sleep at night. I always visualize it, I always recall it, remember it, I always imagine it happening around. Your subconscious will start arranging things for you, building the blocks for you to get you in that position, in that situation, whenever you want. Okay, whenever you want, you start respecting time, and time start respecting you. But again, the all this programming has to be done at the subconscious level, and that's why in Silva method we have formula type techniques. Formula type technique, that means if you follow the formula, apply the technique, you will get the desired result every single time. You follow the sleep control formula, every single night you will be going to sleep naturally without the use of any medicine or drugs, and you are going to get full sleep absolutely. But sometimes we have some limiting beliefs that we can't sleep, this is going to happen at my sleep, and all of these things. So in a way or another, you have to work twice: sleep control to sleep better before you are going to sleep, and also at the morning programming yourself that you are having a beautiful sleep. Maybe mirror of the mind or some other technique. We have many techniques, more than actually 30 techniques in Silva method. And that is the power of you, that you are going to choose which techniques I will be working with to solve this problem. Your mind will be good enough to answer this question. Even I don't have, but you will answer the question. In the class itself, When I'll ask you that how you will solve the how do you think will solve the problem, you will say, or maybe your question will be, Sam, will the mirror of the mind will help me in this situation? And I'd say, absolutely. This is where your mind will tell you that maybe mirror of the mind. This is an absolute, like that block which I needed. And there are many other techniques in Silva method that just through a deep breath, you are at your alpha. That's where the action begins. Okay. Now, breaking through your limiting beliefs. We all know these guys. They have broken their limiting beliefs, right? Michael Jordan, the man who was told he would never be great. He locked himself. He locked himself. Can you imagine that? And we sometimes feel that the world is tough, the world is rough, the world, is always, will be suppressing you. We always tell these things, right? We create a reality of ours around ourselves like this. But if we start thinking about the claps, about the joy, about the happiness, about the cheers, about the appreciations, about the feeling of goosebumps around you, that everybody is so excited to meet you, you're feeling powerful, you're feeling confident, you're feeling absolutely energized. It can change your reality. That's what Michael Jordan, Thomas Edison, Sylvester Stallone, whoever you talk about, all these individuals have changed their life just through constantly repeating their actions and visualizing the end result, imagining the end result, putting efforts on those thoughts. How would I feel if I would be world champion? How would I feel if I can invent that? Newton, I mean, discovered gravitation, invented calculus, and many more things before the age of 26. Can you imagine that? Why? Because he had questions. And why? If it is a problem, I have to solve it. If it is something is not matching up, I have to solve it. That is where everyone became famous. Okay, maybe they were weak, maybe they were, told many bad things in their life, but that actually didn't change their reality. That actually, kept on building their mental resilience going forward. That I will be successful. You will see how much successful I will be. Okay. So, and just imagine how much like tough time they would be going through. Sylvester Stallone sold his pet for $25. That's awful. Very sad, right? But he had to go through these emotions to achieve such greatness. So don't tell yourself that you are not good enough. Never ever. You do not know what you are going to do. Okay? Believe on yourself. Now, J.K. Rowling, we also know the writer of Harry Potter. I mean, how Harry Potter came into existence. Imagination at its level best. Okay? And she was a single mother. How tough it is. Single mother, even that is only itself a tough thing. And a writer of Harry Potter. Come on. She got rejected. I mean, sometimes I feel that rejection is necessary. It keeps you grounded. It makes you feel that I have to give my efforts more. I have to use my power more to achieve that. But I will not back down. If you are having that same vibration, I welcome you to the graduation course of Silva Method. Your life is going to change within just 30 days of practice. If you commit yourself, if you tell me that, yes, Sam, I am going to practice, I'm going to commit at least 30 days to my life, your life will change. Definitely. And it's not about one thing. You are going to see changes in most of the aspects of your life, in relationships, in finance, in health, every aspect of your life. Silva method is that much dynamic. Didn't I told you that you don't have to go somewhere secluded to be there at the alpha level practicing your things and achieve something? No, with just open eyes you can be there. Okay, now coming to this very important point before you start working on your limiting beliefs and all of these things. I know this is very short within 2 hours, and I urge you truly, if you are really interested in here, and I'll be taking the classes in the graduation course. If you are really interested to learn everything about Silva method to change your life, see some changes going forward, be it anywhere in your health, in maybe you have taken a loan and you can't get that job to repay your loan. Silva method mind control can help you that as well. If you have read the blue book of Jose Silva, not this one, not this one, the blue book, the small blue book, okay, there is a story there that Jose Silva was absolutely broke at that point of time. And he asked his higher self that show me some signs, something, nothing. And he was absolutely about to shut off everything. And his friend came in, and not to help him, but his wife asked him to go to a liquor shop nearby to bring some liquor. He went into that shop was closed, and he was actually going to his back to his house. That time his friend came and told him that didn't we have a shop like outside in the outskirts? Let's go there. And Jose Silva was absolutely skeptical, really skeptical at that point of time, that he was not willing to go there because that was far. He told his friend, should I have to go? And his friend said, let's go, man. Paula, his wife, said, Paula will be happy. Let's get a drink. That's it. They went on into there. And during the journey, Jose Silva told his friend that I am in this type of mess, in this type of. And then his friend didn't tell anything actually. He was buying a liquor, and at that time, his friend saw, Jose Silva didn't saw, his friend saw a lottery shop there. And Jose Silva was telling him that when he asked his higher self in his dream make him saw some numbers ending with 3733 like that. That's it. And his friend, when he saw the lottery shop, he went there. He was absolutely astounded. He saw the ending tickets number there in the lottery shop. He came back running to Jose, asking him that, give me some money, I will buy the tickets. Jose Silva, again, what are you doing? And he said, trust on me. Didn't you say these two? Trust me. He bought the two tickets. He won $10,000, 10 grands at that time. And he continued his research, changed everything. It changed absolutely everything. So if you haven't, read that story in the book. So understand that universe will always reward you in many different unmeaningful ways that you can't actually understand at the very first. But if you are truly desiring for it, if you are truly practicing these techniques, you will get to understand these clues. But what happens is we always revibrate with the wrong things. Like we are maybe programming, we are visualizing something, then we are telling something that I'm not good enough, I'm not good at communication. Maybe I'm not good at maintaining relationships. All of these things. These things, distractions, all of these are coming with thoughts, right? So in a way or another, you have to mentally cleanse yourself. You have to mentally clean yourself. That is called the mental house cleaning. What this thing tells you is that, let's say you are doing relaxation, and then you something came to your mind. Hey, what about the bill? What happens? Your thoughts will directly go to your account, your bank account. How many I have? How much I have? Less, if less, then maybe stress will come in, anxiety will come in. That's that. I'm telling you an example. Okay. So if that is the thing, if that thought comes in, you have to use this. Cancel, cancel. Okay. Usually in the limiting belief masterclass, we do not tell, but I told you that I will be teaching you all the aspect behind it. So you cannot just only change the limiting belief. It's gonna come back to you. Definitely it's gonna come back to you because it's there for years. It's not going to change in day one, two, three, four, five. But if you use this cancel conscious way, and there is a trick. Whenever maybe you are relaxing and something comes to your mind, you use cancel. After you use cancel, remember about anything other than that was related to your cause. Just a moment. So for an example, excuse me. So let's for an example, you are deeply relaxed and something coming to your mind that I have to pay the bills. I have to take care of that. Once you use cancel, you have to deflate, you have to direct. Okay, you have to direct your thoughts to something absolutely different. Not what you are right now, what you are doing right now, and not definitely not about the bill, but something to a different. What will I eat for the dinner today? Or what will I have? You know, maybe you will be seeing a movie, maybe you will be playing with your kid, maybe you will have another thing, just absolutely another thing which is not related either to that bill or the related to that thing and your meditation. Because if your thought comes in that even if I was doing a relaxation, how did that thought came, and you are out of your alpha. If you are thinking like that, understand that you are out of your alpha. Then what you have to do is you have to use cancel every now and then. Cancel, direct your thoughts to somewhere else. We program all these things in your subconscious at the graduation course. Remember that it is not easy for you to understand and implement right now itself, but know these things that you have to use it going forward. Not only it's about limiting belief, but also these mental chatters which will repeat in your mind. Once your mind gets a reference point like that, say you always use cancel when this thought comes. This guy is going to use cancel and he's going to think about something else. So after that, what happens is when you practice like this, whenever a thought comes in, you don't have to say even cancel. If you want to direct your thoughts to something else, you will directly direct your thoughts to something else. That thought will not even touch you. It will come, it will bypass. Just like in that highway mode, all the cars are passing by. You are not passing them, they are passing by automatically. You are not focusing on them. Just like that. Once you practice with it, your mind, you don't have to use even cancel. Say cancel. But at the initial, you have to say it cancel, and then direct your thoughts to something else. But going forward, you don't have to even say cancel. Just whenever the thought is coming, you don't need it. You will just think about something else. That thought will just go away. This is the power of the silver graduates. This is the power of, practicing the mental, cleansing. Your clarity will be so much that those thoughts will not even matter to you, because your mind knows that this guy is not going to give any efforts on those thinking. It's worthless to give you. Let's give him those visualization where he will be more excited before, because we all need dopamine. We all need that chemical, right, to make us happy. So if your visualization, if your positivity gives you that dopamine, your mind will always try to create those happenings, incidents around you in real life also to give you that dopamine. Okay. But again, if your thoughts are like a little bit of, here and there, then maybe you will face some difficulties. Okay. Now, this was the last thing that I wanted to share with you, the mental house cleaning. Now we will be programming the limiting belief. Okay. So if you want to connect with me through WhatsApp, why I gave you the contact is because every now and then offers are running. So whatever the best offer is, suits according to based on your needs, we will provide it to you. Okay. Silva method not tells you that just buy the course. Silva method understands your value, your time, your problems, and then it suggests you to buy the course. So if you go to silvermethod.com, silvermethod.com, and wait for 3, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, you will have a complete list of all the Silva happenings, like all the Silva classes that going to happen. But if you are going to have like an enroll in the graduation course, this is the graduation course link. Okay, I'll be sharing that. But I would say, let us know if you are willing to buy that. Let us know if you are willing to buy that. There is another viable option for those who wants to learn the live classes but also wants to learn at their own pace with recording. For them it is better to go with the video course, because if you buy the video course, then what happens is it's a mere difference of $100 only. But the difference is, main difference is, with the video course you will get the benefits that you can watch the videos at any point of time to learn, to practice. Also, you are you get the same benefits of a silver graduate. Attend the live classes every single month going forward. And sometimes we feel that we cannot attend the live session, and that is absolutely viable. We are working, right? We cannot leave our job, leave our office and start listening to the lecture. We cannot invest. That is why it is better. But again, if you have this gap of just 1 2 hours, that is also going to be fine for you. You can enroll to the video course, and then let's say after 2 months, 3 months, if you plan, or maybe after 1 month, if you plan for the live classes, 3 days a week, and then the next 3 days next week, then you will learn through us also. But again, once you enroll in the video course, you are going to have a direct connection with us, me and the other instructor Debalina, and with our team as well. Whenever you want, you can connect with us. Let's say, Sam, I'm not getting this. Can you explain? I can go over. We can discuss more things there. Okay. So always do not think that you are stuck. That is a limiting belief. Always. Okay. Now I was going to share a story. Something happened with me also. Didn't I told you that I have also some limiting beliefs? Right? I will tell you a simple example of how your thoughts actually change your reality. But if you are in the process of the practice, how it actually end up in successful ways. So just 1 month. I mean, we were discussing, me and my wife, we were discussing just like 1 month back, my wife had a surgery, gallbladder surgery. Okay. Hmm. And at the surgery date, when we were going through the road, I usually take the highway route. Okay, the highway route is much easier. I can go faster and it's easier to reach the hospital. Less turns and like that, less signals. I usually go that way. I usually reach within 15 minutes of time. I We went on and we started our journey. I was just about to take a turn and then the highway will follow up. And then my wife said, suddenly my wife sitting beside said that, last time when I came with the driver, she booked a cab or so. The cab driver didn't took the highway, did took this road. I don't know why, but he told me that this will be shorter. And I was like, is it true? That just one for a second I had a doubt. Just for a second I had a doubt. Not, I would say, for a second also, maybe a millisecond. For a millisecond I had a doubt. But that was not supposed to happen, right? Because I had that knowing that whenever, because I have traveled that route more than 50, 60 times, I know what's there. I know i know at the daytime, at the noon time, at the evening time, at the afternoon time, at the night, how traffic is, everything I know it. From the knowing I knew it. That was not supposed to be like this. But I had a thought, is this true? Like, What if? That's just it. What if? I didn't even thought what will happen or something. Just what if? And then I came back to my sense and nah, nothing will happen. I just brushed off. I just took the highway, just the left turn. And what happens is, you when you take the highway, it's not like from the service road you just directly go into the highway. It's like a series of barriers of steel, and then when you cross that barriers of steel, slowly, smoothly you align with the highway, right? As soon as I just go in that barrier, it was jam. One truck has absolutely broken down suddenly in front of everyone, and that was a jam. So police came in, and that they were actually, slowing the vehicle down, because the other cars are there passing by fast. They were actually, passing the vehicles down so that other cars can shift in. That's where the late happened. Usually it takes 15 minutes. That day it took around 40 minutes, 25 minutes more. But do you know what the funny thing is? Before I started the journey, I did the three scene technique, one of the silver technique, that everything has gone perfectly fine. My wife is happy, got admitted, everything has gone with the process, everyone, like every document, and there were no problem. That was a Sunday. Usually the administration in the hospitals are mostly on leave, only the emergency cases and those who are already like have a date. So my wife had a surgery date on Monday, and on Sunday afternoon we are going that to that hospital, okay, to get admitted. Now it happened with me, and I am telling to my wife that it created a doubt in my head that point of time. And you see, but when I reached there, I found out that we did better. Other way, we have to wait for that person to come in, because he had went to his home for something and he came back. So we waited for around 15 minutes there, and it was absolutely smooth. She went into that surgery. We got a very good room actually for the accommodation. We were told that we might not get a private room due to the availability, you know, issues. I mean, there are, I mean, people are everywhere, right? But we got a private room, surprisingly, and that was very big, very spacious, like 3 4 persons can easily sleep in. And if they told you can bring your family. Everyone was so supported. It went so smooth, you cannot understand. I'm having, like, I had the one of the wonderful feelings in a hospital. Smooth feelings, you don't get that. I have my father, and he has been in the ICU many several times. He's 81. But this thing which happened last time, it was surreal. I mean, I didn't expected it. But I just wanted to tell you that that thought actually changed that reality. But again, before I did started the journey, I had programmed myself that everything will go fine. At the end, everything went fine. But do you know that why it changed? Why did it created my one doubt on my hand at that point of time when my wife told me? Or maybe someone told you that you are not good enough, that you will not be able to make this. Why it created that doubt in your head? Because you were concerned. And when you are concerned, when you are worried, you are not in a relaxed state of mind. So when you are not in a relaxed state of mind, you are absolutely vulnerable. Everyone can play with your mind. That is why we are sometimes unsuccessful. That is why we cannot, even if we manifest, we cannot be in that zone, and we end up not manifest that thing. This we have to understand. Okay? It happens with everyone. It happens with me also. That time I was worried that what will go on, and whatever the things. I had those thoughts in my mind. I am human. If some instructor is telling you that I don't have any limiting beliefs, or sometimes, like, they are human, they are telling lies. We all have limiting beliefs. Even Bill Gates, they have limiting beliefs, but they can easily erase it. They can easily change it. Getting my point? That is the difference. If they fall on a pit, they can come out. They have the, willingness to come out. They knows how to come out. That is the only difference. Now you are working on it by going deeper into your subconscious and then programming yourself for the success. To achieve this, I use the three scene technique. The three scene technique I did. Okay. So if thank you, Derek, for joining. Now, if you are willing to, practice the limiting belief exercise, just hold on. We are going to program at your subconscious level. Now, before going further, I will just quickly recap if I have missed any question of yours, or if you want, you can ping me directly if you have anything, any question from here. If not, if about the class, if about the course, then you can always ping us, email us, and we will be sharing you with all the information there going forward. But if you have anything like any queries that how to achieve this or something like that, you can ask here. Okay, I'll be answering you. Now, going through your questions, whatever you have asked. Okay, so wake up with anxiety and are dysregulated. This method can help you with this. Absolutely, like that. That's why I told that we are going to program at your subconscious mind small things. These are going to affect going forward. Okay, not only just visualization, but with a feeling, with a emotion, with a clarity, with a transparency, with a vision, with a goal, with a purpose. That is where the belief system absolutely changes. Okay. Yeah, you will get the recording absolutely. um the book where that was the manual, that if you're talking about the Silva Method blue book, purple actually, not book, not blue one. Okay. I write them. I have another meeting, Deepak. Thank you for joining. Felt like I could have dropped in few times. Okay, perfect, perfect. Where we can apply for Silva and the cost. Okay, I'll be sharing all the details. Um, is if the visualization is weak or he easily get distracted in thoughts, you need to change the visualization, the limiting beliefs, the cancel, using the cancel technique, deeply relaxing yourself. Master the art of relaxation, like in 5 seconds you can be relaxed. That is the true form of relaxation. In 5 seconds with closed eyes you can be relaxed. That should be your first target. Once you achieve that, then comes the programming. Okay. Okay, so we have covered mostly all the questions. Now, if you have still, I'll just ping you once again my number. If you do not have it, just ping me on WhatsApp. I am there, okay? And we'll be discussing the next steps. Now, everyone, we will be programming the limiting belief in our mind. What we'll be doing is we'll be relaxing our physical body just like we did before, then the mental, then we will be going into the alpha level, then we'll be deepening our experience with the 10 to 1 countdown. 3 to 1 to your alpha, 10 to 1 to deepen yourself. Then you will choose a limiting belief to change that limiting belief. Maybe that limiting belief is I'm not good at money, I'm not good enough, I'm not good at communication, I'm not good at managing things, I'm not good at my anger, I'm not good at understanding people. Whatever it is, pick one limiting belief, and then I will ask you to replace that limiting belief with a positive one, feeling that what if that limiting belief doesn't existed in your life, how your life would you feel? How do you feel your life would have been? Will it be, would it be much happier? Would it be much brighter? Then visualize it. What it is after the problem is solved, after the limiting belief has been converted into a positive belief. What after? The most important thing in Silva method is what after. You are dealing with a problem, fine enough. Solving the problem, fine enough. What's after? That should be your visualization. You want to become a millionaire, what's after it? You want to help the poor, visualize helping the poor with your hands, with your two hands. That's what the vibration should be. That's what the message should be going to your higher self. That's why I want to become a millionaire, because I want to help other people bring their business to their level. I want to make other people happy also. It's not about my happiness only. And if you vibrate with that, success will be at your feet. Okay? So going forward, just make sure that you have a strong desire, belief, and expectancy. that will make your way to the path of success. Okay. So now coming back to the exercise, 3 to 1 alpha, 10 to 1 deepen. Then visualize that what limiting belief you have, how much you have lost the opportunity for this, and then replace it with a positive one. Not that you are gaining the positive belief, no, just visualize the outcome. What do you want? What do you want? What you do not want? No. What do you want? What changes do you want to see after you achieved your goal? See those changes, visualize those moments, imagine those moments, create those moments in your imagination. That's how you create your change, your reality going forward. Okay, sometimes it's always not visualization, it's imagination always. So imagination and visualization, this should be working simultaneously, and it is a like an and thing, not an either or. Imagination is first time creation. So you are seeing me in this brown coat, right? Then imagine me seeing in a black or a red coat or a blue coat. Why I told you that to imagine me? Because imagination is the first time creation. You didn't imagine, you didn't see me in the red coat, in the blue coat, but you are going to imagine me. You have seen me in this color. When you close your eyes and recall me, that's visualization. But when you imagine me in a red, that is imagination, first time creation. So you imagine, you visualize, you imagine, you visualize. You keep on going. Okay? And then visualize the outcome. And then we are going to come back. Okay? I will program that in your subconscious going forward. Remember this feeling. I will tell you. Okay? Remember this feeling that you are not contained within this belief of yours. You are beyond this. Okay? Perfect. So, everyone, slowly close your eyes, take a slow deep breath, and while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize the number 3 times. 3, 3, 3. And you are now at level 3. Level 3, as we have known, is for physical relaxation. Concentrate on your eyes and the tissues surrounding your eyes. Relax your eyes. And now feel as if this wave of relaxation is flowing slowly downwards, all the way down to your toes. Relax your body completely. Take another deep breath, and while exhaling, mentally repeat and visualize the number 2 now 3 times. 2, 2, 2. And you are now at level 2. Level 2 is for mental relaxation. So bring back a happy memory of your life, which also always brings a smile to your face. Feel the moment once again. Now take another deep breath, and while exhaling, visualize the number 1 3 times. 1, 1, 1. And you are now at level 1. The basic plane level that you are using for a purpose, any purpose you desire. Now, to help you get to a more deeper and a healthier level of mind, I am going to count from 10 to 1. And with each descending number, you will feel yourself going deeper and you will reach a deeper and a healthier level of mind, deeper than before. 10, 9. Feel going deeper. 8, 7, 6. Deeper and deeper. 5, 4, 3. Deeper and deeper. 2, 1. You are now at a deeper, healthier level of mind, deeper than before. Remember this feeling. Make a point of reference how it feels to feel so deeply relaxed, just like this. Relaxed in body and relaxed in mind. You will continue to listen to my voice. You will continue to follow the instructions at this level of the mind. This is for your benefit. You desire it, and this is so. In this exercise, you will be examining your beliefs, those you presently hold and those you create. Many negative, unwanted, and disruptions in your life are caused by belief system. Therefore, those can be eliminated by changing the limited beliefs or thoughts. An understanding of your beliefs and their power is of fundamental importance in taking control and responsibility for your own life, because your personal beliefs are the most important reasons of how you have lived and how you are going to spend the rest of your life. In this exercise, you are setting in motion the conditions that enables you to improve and maintain beliefs that determine your way of life. You are using the power of your inner self to energize and create new beliefs for the realization of those positive events you desire. Remember that your awareness is directed and your mind will bring only positive based on your belief system. Positive and resourceful beliefs will always provide you with the kind of life you desire. Now, at the count of three, I will ask you to remember a limiting belief, a limited belief, recognize it, admit it. To recognize a limiting belief, think of something that you believe mimics you. Maybe a belief of lack in terms of money, intelligence, self confidence, skill or talent, success, personality, health, or any other area. Just one. And now, mentally, state this belief to yourself. Become strongly aware as how to this belief makes you feel. You have now recognized a belief that has limited you or held you back. Allow your intuition, your mind, your mental senses to take you back to the time and place where you first heard or you got such a belief. Acknowledge the fact that this belief or this behavior at that time was the best possible adjustment. You did your best. And now open yourself to become aware of the many missed opportunities that resulted in this limiting belief, showing yourself what this belief has kept you from doing, being, and having. Recognize how this belief, this old thought, has restricted you. Do it now. Now, to bring about new conditions, it has been proved effective to use your imagination to first create the desired situation in your awareness. This experience both energizes the new belief and as well as allows you to become more comfortable in the new role or situation before it happens in reality and objectively. So you can now, at the count of three, direct your thoughts with mine to energize the events and happenings you want as your desire. At the count of three, you will start imagining, visualizing your desire. One, two, three. Imagine with your senses, visualize, experience the effect of the new belief on your life that you have already achieved, that you have already engulfed. Mentally, in your imagination, experience what it means to your living as the new belief has already been implemented. Sense this experience in as many as ways you can and take your time now to subjectively enjoy and experience this creation, knowing that you have already started it happening. Relax. Take a slow deep breath. Feel the event. Feel how your life has changed. Visualize, imagine everything, every positive event you can as you have implemented this new belief. Now, whenever any thought will come to your mind, you will just close your eyes, relax yourself, and think of this positive event. Now, tell yourself mentally after me, whenever I want, wherever I want, if necessary, I can feel this way, I can experience this way, and this will be so. Remember to always imagine this visualization whenever any thoughts comes to your mind, and do not forget to use the cancel. Every time you function at these levels of the mind, you get beneficial effects physically and mentally. You will always use these levels of the mind for all that is good, honest, pure, clean, and positive, and this is so. You will always use these levels of the mind to help yourself, to help anybody, any human being who needs help physically and mentally. Because you are a superior human being, you have a greater understanding, compassion, and patience and love with others. You consider the whole of humanity, depending on their ages, as fathers, mothers, brothers or sisters, sons or daughters. So, in a moment, I am going to count from 1 to 5 and I will take you out from this level of mind. Eyesight, vision, hearing always improves whenever you function at these levels of the mind. 1, 2, coming out slowly now. 3. At the count of 5, your eyes will be open, you will be wide awake, feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling better, always better than before. 4, 5, open your eyes. You are wide awake. Open your beautiful eyes. You are wide awake, feeling fine, in perfect health, feeling better, always better than before. So, guys, I hope you have done the visualization. Remember, take one by one. Take one limiting belief, replace it, okay, and then the next one. Do not do it at once. One by one, and create reference points of winning, so that at one point you don't remember about even losing. You just create points, reference points of win only. That's it. You don't leave a choice apart from winning. Win, but maybe in 3 4 ways, but the end result is win, success, being successful. Okay, thank you, Linda, thank you so much, thank you, Sandra, thank you so much. Always make sure that you are relaxed. Remember my thing, even if I am an instructor, if I am worried, if I am a little bit tensed, things will not go in smooth way. It will give you a hurdle, but if your desire is strong, if you have an honest desire, things will fall into place by the end. It will be happy ending. Okay. If you want to learn more, please feel free to ping me. Okay. You know my WhatsApp, know our email as well. Feel free to text me, ping me. Let me know if you are stuck, if you want to change something in your life. I will be so much happy to help you out. Okay. Thank you so much for joining the class, everyone. I'm so happy to have you all in the class. Let me know if you have any questions, anything that is bugging you up, and I'll be there with you any time of the day. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful week as well. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll be seeing you very soon. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Sandra, Rami, Amy. Thank you, Shriram, Linda, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye. And this recording will be sent to your email. Okay, do not worry. Even if even if it is delayed, it will be done to you, and we will be meeting up once again. Okay, do not worry. Do not worry. Keep a smile at your face. That will solve 50% of your problems. Okay, make sure you remember it. Love you all. Take care. Bye bye.